Hello everyone, this is our final performance task in statistics and probability about correlation and regression. Our topic is all about motivation and academic performances of senior high school grade 11 students of NDMU IBED. And the word problem that we have made is researchers are interested in learning if there is a correlation between motivation and academic performances of grade 11 students and what scatter plot may be created with this data. And for our topic outline, a copy of questionnaire, a scatter plot illustrating the relationship between the motivation and academic performance, a table showing relationship between motivation and academic performance, computations for a certain value that determine the degree of correlation between the two variables.
For our questionnaire, we made a survey that has a total of 5 questions, which they will rate their motivation level from level 1 to 5. Also, we asked in our survey for their second semester midterms average grade. Next is our scatter plot, which shows it has no correlation between the motivation and academic performance of the students. For our table of variables, we have a total of 20 students, and we have X for our motivation and Y for our academic. For the solving of our table of variables, in order to get our answers, we would add or sum up all of the numbers inside of each column. For an example, our motivation, which is X, and inside of the column, we will add all of the numbers and the results will be summation of X equals to 79.8. Next is our Y, which is the academic, that will result to a summation of Y equals to 4,828. Next will be our X and Y. In order to get the answers, we will add up first the answer of the correspondence of each row of both column X and Y. After that, we will now add up all the numbers in the column X and Y, which has the result of summation of X and Y equals to 7,308.6. Next is our X squared. In order to get the summation, we must first raise to the power of 2 the number of each row of the column X, and which results to the summation of X squared equals to 330.76. Next column will be Y squared. In order to get the summation, we must repeat the process in X squared, and now we will have the total of summation of Y squared equals to 167,134.
Next, let's substitute all the values to get the answer. Here are the solution. R equals N quantity summation of X and Y minus summation of X times summation of Y over square root of N quantity summation of X squared minus summation of X raised to 2 and quantity summation of Y squared minus summation of Y raised to 2. R equals to 0.5717926342 or 0.572. So this is the conclusion. The value of R equals 0.572 is between positive 0.51 to positive 0.70 in the table for interpretation of R. It indicates that there is a moderately positive correlation between the motivation and academic performance of senior high school grade 11 students.
And here we have our regression analysis. In solving for our A or our y-intercept, we just use the equation of A equals quantity summation of y, quantity summation of x squared minus quantity summation of x, quantity summation of x and y over n quantity summation of x squared minus quantity summation of x. We just substituted their values, which is the summation of y is equals to 1,828 times the summation of x squared, 330.76 minus the summation of x, 79.8 times the summation of x and y, 7,308.6 over the value of 820 times the summation of x squared 330.76 minus the summation of x 79.8 squared equals 604,629.28 minus 583,226.28 over 6,615.2 minus 6,368.4 equals 2,021,403 over 247.16, and RA is equals to 86.596. And for our B, or our slope, we have the equation of B equals N summation x and y minus the summation of x times the summation of y over N quantity the summation of x squared minus quantity the summation of x. Just like we did in our a or y-intercept, we just substituted their values. For our n is 20. For our summation of x and y, 7,308.6 minus summation of x, 79.8 times the summation of y, 1,828 over n, which is 20, times the summation of x squared, 330.76 minus the summation of x, 79.8, equals 146 and 172,000 minus 145,587.4 over 6,615.2 minus 6,368.4 equals 297.6 over 247.16, and our slope is equals to 1.204. And here we have our scatter plot.
And for our conclusion, the equation of the regression line is y hat equals 86.59 plus 1.204x. And that is our reporting in correlation and regression under the subject of statistics and probability. Thank you for listening.